This is File 1, the Motel off Highway 19. The envelope showed up 3 days after the Brookvale story went live. Plain white, no return address, no stamp, just my name typed on a label. Inside was a thumb drive, silver scratched, with a strip of duct tape across one side that said simply F01. I didn't want to plug it in. I already knew what it would be. The Brookvale file had been bad enough, but curiosity, yeah, that wins every time. The drive contained one folder, inside a single video, Lucy_footage.mp4. The thumbnail showed the front of a car pointed down an empty 2-lane road. Headlights washed out the center lines, everything else swallowed by dark forest. I hit play. The camera was mounted on the dashboard, aimed at the windshield. Sleepscared's voice, same one as Brookvale, quiet and matter-of-fact, muttered, "Mile marker, 19. Should be right off here." You can hear rain hitting the car roof, faint at first, then steadier. The kind of rain that only half commits, enough to slick the road, not enough to wash anything away. As the car rounds a bend, a shape appears in the distance, a low row of buildings, barely higher than the trees. Then the camera catches it, a sign, tilting sideways, bulbs still glowing a dull amber. Lucy's Motel? No horror movie red, no flickering menace, just warm, steady light, the kind you'd expect from an old diner still open after midnight. He says, "Didn't think it'd still be standing." The car pulls into a gravel lot. You can hear the crunch under the tires echo far longer than it should. Every sound in the video feels stretched thin, like there's too much space for it to fill. The headlights sweep across the front of the building. Paint peeled in strips, windows boarded or broken, doors leaning off hinges. The sign hums quietly overhead, power coming from nowhere obvious. He kills the engine. The world goes quiet except for rain and the faint electric buzz of that sign. "All right," he says, almost a whisper. "Let's see if Lucy's still taking guests." He grabs the camera, handheld now, the picture unsteady, and steps out into the lot. Gravel gives way to mud around the edges. His boots leave impressions that fill slowly with water. The lobby door stands half open. The glass is fogged from inside even though it's cold out. He pushes it gently, and it swings inward with a creak that sounds like it's been waiting years for someone to come back. The lobby looks frozen in time. A counter with an old cash register, wallpaper peeling in yellow curls, a rack of faded postcards. One wall has a corkboard of local attractions. Fishing spots. A county fair poster, dated 1996. A key rack behind the counter holds only one tag, Room 6, hanging perfectly centered like it was left there on purpose. He lifts it, reads the number aloud, and chuckles. "Guess that's me." In the corner sits a dusty television unplugged, screen covered in grime. The camera catches something faint, like static moving under the glass even though there's no power. He doesn't notice. Keeps walking. Outside, the rain has stopped. Everything's still except the hum of the sign and the occasional drip from the roof gutters. He walks down the first floor walkway. Each door has a number in brass, tarnished nearly black. Some have been pried open, others are locked tight. A few have graffiti, initials, arrows, a date carved deep, 2009. He stops at Room 6. The tag fits the lock. The door opens with a sigh of stale air. The flashlight sweeps over the room. Wallpaper gray with mildew, bed frame bare, springs poking through what's left of a mattress. But what catches him and me watching is that on the nightstand sits a lamp. Not ancient, not coated in dust. Just a normal lamp, small beige shade unplugged from the wall. But the bulb inside glows faintly. He gets closer, waves a hand under it. No heat, no visible filament. Just that soft light, like it's trapped in the glass itself. He whispers, "Battery light, maybe." His voice doesn't sound convinced. The camera pans across the rest of the room. An open Bible on the desk, pages warped from moisture, a cracked mirror above the dresser, a single suitcase in the closet, unzipped but empty. He leans closer to the mirror. For a moment, you can see his reflection clearly. Then a flicker. It's subtle. But when it stabilizes, his shape in the glass lags a fraction of a second behind his movement. He exhales a nervous laugh. This place has great energy, huh? He moves back into the hallway. The footage cuts. Likely him stopping to change batteries, and comes back on in a different room. The door frame reads 7, painted by hand. Inside, it's darker. Only a sliver of moonlight through a torn curtain gives shape to the furniture. 2 chairs stacked on top of each other, an overturned table, a mattress propped upright against the wall. He sweeps the flashlight along the floor. Cans, dozens of them, soup, beans, all rusted, some opened, some sealed. Beside them, a circle drawn in chalk on the tile. Inside, burned matches, melted candle wax. He murmurs, "People have been staying here." The camera lingers on the graffiti above the circle, layers of scrawled names, dates, numbers. Among them, Dawnlight. Just that word, written over and over, some lines newer, some faded, almost white. He steps back, uneasy. The beam of his flashlight trembles slightly. A sound, soft like fabric, dragging across floorboards. He swings the camera toward the noise. Empty hallway. He breathes out. Okay. Probably a raccoon. He moves back into the hall. The air feels thicker, visible dust swirling around the light beam. Every few seconds, the camera mic catches a hum, low and rhythmic. Not mechanical, not wind, more like breath. He looks toward the stairwell. "Let's check upstairs," he says. The video jumps, glitch, then continues from the bottom of the stairs. They're metal, painted once, but now mostly rust. Each step gives a soft, hollow clang. As he climbs, the sound of the sign outside fades, replaced by something else. Barely there, almost tonal, like a song through a wall you can't quite make out. At the landing, he pauses. The flashlight flickers once. In the dim, you can see the hallway ahead, stretching longer than it should. 5 doors per side, but perspective says more. Like the far end keeps pulling away. He takes a deep breath and whispers, "Anyone up here?" No reply. Just a soft shuffle, distant. He steadies the camera, starts walking. The upstairs hallway breathes. You can almost hear it. The way the camera mic picks up that thin hum, low and steady like the sounds alive in the walls. He walks slow. Each footstep lands too loud, echoing back down the hall. Dust floats thick in the beam of the flashlight, turning every breath into mist. First door on the right. Room 10. He nudges it open with his boot. Inside, 2 beds, both stripped. The dresser drawers are all pulled halfway, as if someone packed in a hurry. There's a single shoe on the floor. He crouches to look at it. Mud caked on the sole, fresh enough that flakes come off when he touches it. "Somebody's been here," he whispers. He stands still, listening. Nothing. Then a faint tap from somewhere above, maybe the roof. The next few rooms blur together in a rhythm. Open, sweep light, whisper a thought, move on. Room 11. Nothing but wallpaper bubbles and a broken phone. Room 12. Clothes scattered. A soda can still upright on a table. A candle stub burnt to wax puddle. Room 13. The one that feels wrong. He stops in the doorway. The flashlight catches the far wall where something dark has stained the plaster from floor to ceiling. Not blood, not paint. Just darker. The camera struggles to focus on it. He says, "Okay, that's weird," and moves the light again. The beam crosses the ceiling fan, and the shadow follows a second late, sliding after the light like it doesn't want to be left behind. He doesn't notice. Keeps talking, too focused on the smell. Smells like rust and rain. He turns to leave, and the door shuts on its own. Not a slam, just the sound of a slow, final click. He laughs nervously, tests the knob, finds it opens fine. Guess it's got a mind of its own. Back in the hallway, the camera jitters once, static crawling across the image. When it clears, there's a shape at the far end of the hall. A person. Maybe. But by the time he steadies the frame, it's gone. He whispers, "Hello?" The hum swells a little, then fades. He moves toward the end, breathing shallow. The door marked "Manager" stands half open. Inside, light leaks through blinds, even though the windows are boarded outside. He pushes through. The office is cluttered with ledgers, receipts, guest forms. A single desk lamp sits on its side, cord frayed but glowing faintly. Same light as that lamp from room 6. He flips open one of the ledgers. Pages yellow, handwriting neat. He reads names under his breath. T. Myers, J. Carter, P. Lee. The last line, L. Dawnlight. No date, just that. He looks closer. The ink isn't faded, it's fresh, like it was written yesterday. The camera lens trembles slightly as if the autofocus can't settle. Then the noise returns. The hum. Stronger now, undercut, with faint whispers you can't make out. He turns the camera toward the doorway. Someone moves past. Just the edge of a sleeve, a silhouette that doesn't match his shadow. He swings the camera toward it, calls out, "Hey, you're not supposed to..." And then the lights cut out. For a full 10 seconds, the video is darkness and breath. Then his flashlight flicks back on. The office is empty, but the chair behind the desk is still rocking, slowly, as if someone just stood up. He whispers, Okay, I'm done." The next cut jumps to the parking lot. He's breathing hard. Rain's coming down again, heavier now. The motel looks smaller from outside, almost sinking into the ground. He points the camera at the sign. The bulbs are still glowing, steady, warm. He mutters, "Shouldn't have come here," and walks toward his car. Before he opens the door, he glances back one last time. The camera catches the second-floor balcony, every room dark except one. Room 6. The light inside flickers once, then steadies like a slow heartbeat. He gets in, starts the car, and drives. The footage ends mid-motion, like he pulled the card out before stopping the camera. I stopped the playback there. I sat staring at the paused frame of that glowing sign for a long time. I tried to check the metadata. The file had none. No date, no codec, nothing. It's like it shouldn't even exist. When I closed the folder, the drive light blinked twice, then went dark. I haven't been able to open it again. The next morning, another envelope showed up. Same handwriting. No return address. Inside, another thumb drive. Label read, F2. I haven't decided if I'm going to plug it in yet, but I probably will.